Read this slowly. 5 friends sit around a circular table. A sits between B and C. D sits opposite A. E is to the immediate left of D. Who is to the right of A? Hold all of that in your head and watch what happens. Between, opposite, left, right. They collide, and the picture slips. Fast solvers never fight the words in their head. They push the picture onto paper and read the answer of it. That's the whole art. And today, we build the toolkit. Every type has its own picture. Seating a grid, blood relations a family tree, syllogisms vein circles, series arrows, coding lined up letters, direction a compass path. But underneath all 6 sits one rule. Don't solve in your head. Draw, and accept only what the diagram proves. Start with the simplest picture, a row. It has fixed ends, so every seat has a definite position. The method never changes. Draw the seats, plant the certain clues first, then place the rest around them. Here's a case. 5 friends, A through E, on a bench of 5 seats. 4 clues. A at the far left, B immediately right of A, D at the far right, and C not next to B. Let's draw the seats. Plant the certain clues first. A takes seat 1, far left. B, right of it, takes seat 2. And D drops onto seat 5, far right. 2 seats left, 3 and 4, for C and E. Now the last clue bites. C can't sit next to B in seat 2, so C can't take 3. That forces C into 4, E into 3, and the whole bench falls out, left to right. A, B, E, C, D. Every clue satisfied, read straight off the row. Ranking puzzles are the same trick. Draw the line from most to least and chain the comparisons. Circles trip people, so slow down. A circle has no ends, only who sits next to whom, and rotating the table changes nothing. Lock in one convention first. Everyone faces the center, unless told otherwise. Facing inward flips their left and right from yours. Clockwise is each person's right. Anti-clockwise is their left. And opposite is straight across, with 6 seats, 3 along. Now the real thing. 6 people, P, Q, R, S, T, U, facing center. P sits between Q and R. S is second to the left of P. T is opposite Q. We want who's immediately right of R. Draw 6 seats clockwise, and since a circle rotates freely, kneel P at seat 1. P sits between Q and R, so they hug P. Seat 6 on its left, seat 2 on its right. Which is which? 2 possibilities. So hold both open. S is second to the left of P. Left is anti-clockwise. 1 seat left is 6, 2 is 5. So S takes seat 5 in both cases. Now the deciding clue. T is opposite Q, 3 seats across. Test Q at seat 2. Opposite is seat 5, but S already sits there. Contradiction. So that case is dead. So the other case holds. Q at seat 6, R at seat 2. Opposite seat 6 is seat 3, so T takes 3. The last seat, 4, is U. The table is complete and unique. R is at seat 2, and immediately right is clockwise, seat 3, where T sits. So the right of R is T. The words never confused us, because we asked the diagram. Blood relations look scary only because the language is slippery. The cure is a tiny drawing. Square for male, circle for female. A horizontal line is a marriage, or the same generation. A vertical line drops from parent to child. 1 generation per row. And one golden habit. Start from the reference person, whoever the sentence is spoken by or about, and walk one step at a time. Up to a parent, sideways to a sibling, down to a child. Never leap. First example. X is Y's mother's brother. How is X related to Y? Walk it. Begin at Y. Up one step from Y to her mother. A circle, one row up. From the mother, sideways to her brother. Same generation. Male. A square beside her. That square is X. Read the picture. X is a brother of Y's mother. That is a maternal uncle. Uncle on the mother's side. Done in 3 strokes. Now a relation chain, just follow the links. A is the father of B. B is the mother of C. C is the brother of D. How is A related to D? Build the tree top down. A is the father of B. So B hangs below AB, is the mother of C, and since C and D are brother and sister, of D too. Both children of B, side by side on the bottom row. Count generations. A is B's parent. B is D's parent. 2 steps down. 2 generations up from D is a grandparent, and A is male. So A is D's grandfather. Watch gender and generation, and the chain never lies. Syllogisms sound like philosophy, but they are just set pictures. Treat each label as a circle of things, and 3 little words map onto Venn diagrams. All A or B means circle. A sits entirely inside circle B. No A is B means the 2 circles do not touch at all, completely apart. And some A or B means the circles overlap, at least one thing in the shared lens. Careful. Some means at least one, not some but not all. That misread is the classic trap. The rule for validity is strict. A conclusion holds only if it is true in every diagram that obeys the statements. Draw even one legal picture where it fails, and it is not forced. Let's test a real one. All cats are mammals. All mammals are animals. Draw it. Cats is a small circle inside mammals, and mammals sits inside animals. 3 nested rings. The conclusion, all cats are animals. Is the cat circle inside animals? It has to be buried 2 rings deep. Valid. This chaining is the most reliable move in logic, but flip it and it breaks. All animals are cats? No. The big ring is full of non-cats. Reversing an all statement is never allowed. Now a meteor puzzle, 3 statements, 4 candidate conclusions, and we decide which truly follow. All engineers are logical. Some programmers are engineers. No artist is logical. One master diagram carries all 3. Engineers is a circle inside logical. Artists sits entirely outside logical. So outside engineers too. And programmers overlaps engineers in a lens that must hold someone. Conclusion D. Some engineers are not artists. Engineers hide inside logical. Artists are banished from it. So no engineer is an artist. And there's at least one engineer in the lens. Forced. Conclusion A. Some programmers are not artists. The programmers in the lens are engineers, and no engineer is an artist. So at least one programmer isn't an artist. Also forced. Conclusion C. No programmer is an artist. This overreaches. The other programmers sit outside logical, free to overlap artists. So a programmer could be an artist. Not forced. Conclusion B. Some artists are not programmers. We know nothing about how they overlap. Every artist could be a programmer, or none. Both legal, not forced. So only A and D are forced. The lesson underneath. A syllogism tests whether you can tell must be true from merely could be true. A and D are locked by the diagram. B and C only feel true. Trust the picture. Series puzzles give a run of numbers and ask for the next. The skill is to look not at the terms, but at what happens between them. Differences, ratios, squares. Find the rule in the gaps, then check it on every given term before trusting it. First series, 3, 6, 11, 18, 27, and then a question mark. The terms alone look random. So look at the gaps. 3 to 6, plus 3. 6 to 11, plus 5. Then plus 7, plus 9. The differences themselves climb by 2. So the next gap is plus 11, and 27 plus 11 is 38. The rule held for all four gaps, so we trust it. 38. The same move handles a falling series too. The gaps simply come out negative. Letter series are secretly number series. One line does it. A is 1, B is 2, up to Z is 26. Turn each letter into its position, find the step, turn the answer back into a letter. And past Z, wrap around to A. Take B, D, H, P, question mark. Write each letter's position underneath. 2, 4, 8, 16. These aren't adding a fixed amount. They're doubling. So the next position is 32. But there's no 32nd letter. So wrap. 32 minus 26 is 6, the letter F. Wrapping is the step people forget. And a two-letter term just splits into two independent tracks, each stepped on its own. Coding gives a word and its secret code and asks for the rule. Write the code under the word, letter by letter, and measure the jump on each. If it's constant, you have the cipher. And to decode, run the same jump backwards. First cipher. The word cat is coded as ECV. Stack them, letter over letter. C over EA over C, T over V. Measure each jump. C to E, 2 forward. A to C, 2T to V, 2. Every letter shifts by plus 2. That's the whole code. Now decode with the rule reversed. Say the code is FQI. Shift each back by 2. F to D, Q to O, I to G. The hidden word is dog. Encode forward, decode backward. Not every code is a shift. The mirror cipher flips the alphabet end to end. A pairs with Z, B with Y, C with X. Each position swaps with 27 minus itself. Encode day, D, the fourth letter, mirrors to W, fourth from the end. A mirrors to Z, Y mirrors to B. Day becomes WZB, and the same trick decodes it. And the plainest code just numbers the letters straight off. Because underneath, letters are only numbers wearing letters. Direction puzzles walk you through turns and steps. Then, ask where you end up. Don't track it in words. Pin a compass, north up, east right, and walk the grid leg by leg. The answer is usually the net displacement, the straight line from finish to start. And watch your final facing. First path, start facing north. Walk 4 east, then 3 north, then 4 west. Where do you end up relative to the start? Draw a grid and step it out. From the origin, 4 east takes you here, 3 north, up to here. Then 4 west carries you straight back over the vertical line. East and west cancel. 4 out, 4 back. All that survives is the 3 north. So you finish 3 units due north of the start. The horizontal wandering undid itself. Second path. And this time the legs don't cancel. Walk 3 north, then 4 east. The question is the straight line distance back to the start. 3 north, then 4 east, lands you here. Up 3 across 4. You're off the starts line now. So the answer isn't just a count of steps. Close the triangle. The line back is the hypotenuse of a 3-4 right triangle. And 3-4-5 is the oldest triangle there is. So you're 5 units from the start to the northeast. Right angles? Reach for Pythagoras. The last family is pure deduction, if-then chains, and the truth teller puzzle. Start with an if-then. If it rains, the match is cancelled. Now you're told it was not cancelled. Did it rain? Run it backwards. Had it rained, the match would be cancelled. The rule promises that. But it wasn't cancelled, so it cannot have rained. That reverse step is called modus tollens, and it is always valid. But beware the mirror trap. If instead you were told it was cancelled, could you conclude it rained? No. The match could be cancelled for a dozen reasons. The rule runs one way only. Now the truth teller puzzle. Two people, X and Y. One always tells the truth, one always lies. X says, at least one of us is a liar. From that one sentence, can we pin down both? Test the two cases. Suppose X is the liar. Then X's statement is false. But the statement says at least one is a liar. For that to be false, nobody is a liar. So both are truthful. That collides with X being a liar. Impossible. So X must be telling the truth. Then the statement is true. At least one is a liar. Since X is honest, the liar is Y. No contradiction. Everything fits. X is the truth teller. Y the liar. Forced from one sentence. Your turn. Pause and try all four before I solve them. A number series, a letter series, a direction walk, and a relation. Take your time on each, then come back. 1. The gaps are 3, 6, 9, 12. The multiples of 3. So the next gap is 15, and 37 plus 15 is 52. 2Z, WT, Q step down by 3. Q is 17, minus 3 is 14. The letter N. 3. North and south cancel, leaving 5 due east. 4. My father's only daughter is my sister, and her son is my nephew. Clear those, and the toolkit is working. Each solved by drawing, not straining. Trap 1. The biggest. Not drawing. Juggle a seating or relation puzzle in your head, and a clue slips. Always sketch. Trap 2. Reading some as some but not all. Some means at least one, and a possibility isn't a certainty. A conclusion must hold in every diagram. Trap 3. Left and right in circles. Facing the center mirrors them from yours. Clockwise is their right. Fix that before placing anyone. And trap 4. In series. Locking onto a rule too early. A pattern that fits 3 terms can break on the 4th. Verify across every given term before extending. Let's gather the toolkit. Seating and ordering. Draw the row or circle. Plant the fixed clues first. Blood relations. A family tree of squares and circles. Walking from the reference person. Syllogisms. Turn each statement into Venn circles and accept a conclusion only if it holds in every legal diagram. Series. Ignore the terms, study the gaps, and check the rule on every one before extending. Coding. Line the code under the word and measure the constant jump. Forward to encode, backward to decode. And direction. Walk a compass grid. The straight line home is the net displacement. 6 pictures, but one rule underneath. Never reason in your head when you can draw it, and trust only what the diagram proves. Do that, and these stop being puzzles and become procedures.